Hi guys, and welcome to day 10 of VALO. Today's vlog is going to be a two-part vlog. One part is going to go up tonight, and tomorrow is going to be the part 2. And I'm going to be answering the childhood questions on the childhood questions tag taken from Luke Connard to his vlogging channel. And they're pretty good questions. I had to think about them for a really long time because I don't really remember much of my childhood, but they're pretty fun to answer. So I'll be doing the first 5 today and the last 5, 6 through 10, in a separate video for VALO. So here we go. Okay, so question 1 of the childhood question tag is, where did you grow up? And I grew up in Biddeford, Maine, in southern Maine, York County. I lived there for 18 years, and I bounced around from house to house a lot, and yeah, I lived there for 18 years. I actually, well, 17. I moved out, no, 18, yeah. I left for Canada right after I graduated, at the start of the summer. So that's where I lived, and I actually miss it a lot because, like, right now, I live in an area that doesn't have that many trees. It's all cornfields, so I really miss the fall colors and the leaves. And I don't miss the snow, but I know I'm going to get a lot of snow here anyway, so yeah, that's where I grew up. Biddeford, Maine. Yay! Question number 2 is, were you a good kid? And I was and I wasn't. I actually have report cards from like kindergarten through 2nd grade, and they graded you on a number scale. So like 1 would be the lowest, and it would go up to like 5 or whatever. And I was kind of a bully when I was really young, and that's because I was bullied when I was really young. And like, I don't really remember it that much. I have little flashes of memories of me picking on kids on the playground, and like I still remember that, and it makes me feel really bad because now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm super anti-bullying, like super anti-bullying. So it makes me sad that I was such a bad kid, but after 2nd or 3rd grade, I snapped out of that pretty quick, and then I became a good kid, did good in school for the most part until 8th grade, but that's a different video. I talked about it on my other video. But yeah, I was a good kid. I never really got in trouble, never really got grounded for anything. You know, I did good in school. That was really it. I was a good kid. Piggybacking on question 2, question 3 is, what was your worst punishment? I never really got very bad punishments, because I was never really in trouble. I've been grounded before, you know, 1 week, no TV, etc. But like I said, I was a good kid, so I never really got punished. I think probably the worst punishment that I ever got was from my grandfather when I was really young. He actually hit me with a belt on 1 or 2 different occasions, and I can't remember why, but never happened again because I learned my lesson. But yeah, I was a good kid, so I never really got punished, and even when I did, it was, you know, grounded for a couple of days with no TV, because there wasn't really much you could take away from me. But yeah, I was a pretty good kid. I think I probably only got detention ever like once in school too, so that counts as a punishment. So yeah. Question 4 is, what did you do during summers? I did a lot of things during the summer. When I was really young, I went to YMCA camp, and I also used to go camping a lot with my grandparents, and we would go, it would be me and my grandparents and all my aunts and uncles and all of my cousins, like a bunch of us on my dad's side, and we would go to campgrounds all over Maine, like in New Hampshire, I guess. Like Mighty Joe Campground was one of my favorite, and yeah. I remember my grandparents would always call it roughing it, but really they had like not $1 billion, I don't remember how much it was, but a really expensive RV. And it had, you know, it was a 2-bedroom RV with internet, with cable, full bathroom, full kitchen, and like, you know, we'd wake up every morning and have like crepes for breakfast and omelets for breakfast, and you know, they would call that roughing it. And to me, it was like living in a palace, because me and my grandparents are super different. But I did that a lot, probably up until I was 14-ish, 13, 14, 12, somewhere around there. So I would do that all the time, like through spring and summer, with me and all my cousins. And yeah, then after that, I didn't really do much. Like when I got into high school, I spent my summers at home. Sometimes I would go swimming, but I kind of grew out of my swimming phase around high school, but I would still go swimming at, what was it called? I can't remember what the lake was called, but I used to go there all the time. But yeah, that's really it. When I was really young, I used to go to Funtown Splashtown. Funtown Splashtown, USA. A lot of you won't know what that means, but if anyone's from Maine, you know what Funtown is. And I used to love that. That and Aquaboggan, which was right up the street. So yeah, I used to love doing that, water parks. So I had a pretty busy summers when I was little, but after high school, nothing. Still, nothing. And question number 5, which is the final question for this video, is what is your best childhood memory? Sorry, I have it open over here because I keep forgetting them. And I have a lot of them. My childhood had its ups and downs. I had some really bad times, but I had some really good times. And really no specific memory sticks for good. I did have some good memories camping with my cousins. And I miss them a lot, and it's kind of, they're all still really close, so it's kind of sad that I grew apart from them and I let that happen. So that's really sad, but I used to have some really good times with them camping. And when I was little, my grandmother got me into a dance class with my cousins Erica and Jenny, and I was in that for a year, I think. Up until our very first recital, and I really liked it, but like towards the end of it I was kind of entering my tomboy phase, so I stopped doing it. But yeah, I miss that, and I miss my cousins, so I would say camping with all of my cousins was it was the best time ever, because I felt like a kid. And like outside of the campground, like my actual home life, I felt like I had to kind of be a little more grown up. But like when I went camping, I would have so much fun swimming, and especially at Mighty Joe Campground, me and my cousins would walk around, and just, it was fun, and I really miss it. And now I'm getting sad thinking about it, even though it's a happy memory. So I would say camping during the summers is definitely one of my best childhood memories. And yeah, that's it for day 1. This is gonna go up super duper late, and then I'm gonna film part 2, and it's gonna go up after that. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. This was part 1 of the childhood questions tag, and part 2 will be in a different video, and I tag all of you to do it because it's fun thinking about you when you were little. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.